Welcome to the next edition of Morning Tea with Dr. V. It's my pleasure to have our Director of Teaching and Learning with me here today, Melissa Van Stratton. Thank you for being here.
Good morning, Dr. Bovanko.
Yeah. So again, I'm excited just to talk about our kindergarten registration. So can you tell me a little bit more about kindergarten registration?
Absolutely. We're at the time of year where it's time to think about registering our incoming kinders for the fall. Kindergarten registration is available online. So for any child who will be 5 years old by August 31st of 2022, their family can go online at our mountvernonschools.org website to register them to enroll for school in the fall.
Excellent. And what are some of the requirements for that?
Really, the child needs to be 5 years old by August 31st of 2022 in order to be eligible to attend kindergarten for the 22-23 school year.
Okay, wonderful. And then what about this, the whole bit about kindergarten roundup? How does that work?
Kindergarten Roundup is something that has been taking place in the Mount Vernon School District for quite some time. It originally was meant to be a time for families to register at their child's neighborhood school. However, with online registration, families can register online at any point, but we're still offering the Kindergarten Roundup as a way for families and students to get to know their neighborhood school, to meet the principal, the kindergarten teachers, other specialist teachers, and even other families and students who will be enrolling for the fall as well.
Okay. You mentioned right now their neighborhood school. So what if I'm a parent and can I pick the school?
That's a really good question. Typically, a child would attend the school, register for the school that is closest to where they live, their neighborhood school, or that has been designated within their attendance area as their neighborhood school. However, if a parent would like their child to attend a school that is not within their attendance area, they would complete a waiver, and those waivers would be reviewed, and they would find out prior to the school year whether those waivers were accepted.
And again, the waiver reminds me that, we do have a dual language school. So maybe tell me a little bit more about that. And if I want to attend a dual language school, how would I register or how would that work?
Absolutely, it's very timely. Madison Elementary is the elementary school that has the dual language program. It is an open elementary school, which means that children from all over the Mount Vernon School District are eligible to apply to attend. And when I say apply, it really is just filling out an application. And I do know that the application window just opened. So again, the parent would want to go to the Mount Vernon School District, specifically to the Madison School website, and there they will find a brief video to watch and an application to fill out. And then through a lottery process, they would find out whether or not their child was accepted or selected via lottery to attend the school.
Excellent. And then again, that reminds me of another topic of just transportation. How does that work? Because now if I go to a different school, how does that work?
Great question. So for students who live 1 mile or further from their neighborhood school, they would be eligible for district transportation by bus. For students who would attend the dual language school, they would also have bus transportation to the school.
Okay. And then how do the bus routes work? How do I find out more about bus routes?
Closer to the beginning of the new school year, parents would hear from the transportation department about what time their bus will come by for their child or drop them off in the afternoon, as well as the bus number.
Excellent. And a couple last questions. One is, I know parents will be excited about, okay, who's my teacher going to be for my child or daughter? How and when would they be able to find out who their teacher is?
Different schools do it different ways. However, in large part, families can find out who their child's teacher is in the days or week prior to the school year.
Excellent.
Again, the Kindergarten Roundup event, that's taking place in May, the week of May 16th actually, and different schools are running it on different evenings. That would be the time to again, meet the child's principal. Some of the kindergarten teachers, they won't necessarily find out who their teacher is that day, but meet the kindergarten teachers. Certainly, if they would like help with registration, staff can help them that evening. There are also paper copies available upon request if families would prefer to fill out a paper copy, and at that time they could pick it up at Kindergarten Roundup. If for whatever reason they're unable to attend Kindergarten Roundup, no worries. You can always call or stop in the neighborhood school. They're happy to answer questions and get you set up with what is needed for enrollment.
Excellent. One last question is, what if I'm able to volunteer and I have time? How do I volunteer in my kindergartner's classroom?
another great question, and we always welcome volunteers. That would be something that the family could talk to their local school about. There is a volunteer form that needs to be completed. It is available online. So one way to volunteer would be to go online and fill out the volunteer form, or to call or stop by the neighboring school and somebody can assist with that process.
Excellent. Well, thank you for your time. Really appreciate this information. I think it's going to be helpful to our parents. So thank you again for joining us for this next edition of Morning Tea with Dr. V. Again, reach out to your child's principal or the district office if you have more questions. Thank you very much.